What's up, everybody? Absolute beautiful day here at Cultus. Again, we have another special daily vlog for you. Here with the maestro, Chris. Buddy, this guy's becoming a recurring guest on the channel. This is your third appearance this week.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have to start charging you.
Just send the invoice, all right?
Yeah.
So today we're gonna play, and we're gonna do a little putting lesson in the midst of the round, just to kind of again see how the putter is feeling in context of actually playing. Plus, it'll be nice to play. It's beautiful out today. There's no rain on the forecast.
Tomorrow.
Oh yeah, no, it's about to get really bad here again. We still can't leave Chilliwack, so we're technically landlocked right now in our town. They can get, there's an emergency route to get like supplies in and out, but we can't leave. So
Certain time, but play golf.
So we just play golf. All right, we got temps on. How many temps today?
1, 4, and 10.
Okay, so we're not putting on.
Oh, 1, 4, and 10.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Was that a good stroke, or did I get away with that one?
You got away with that one. Love it.
Okay, so you've seen a bunch of how we looking today. Like I'll tell you. So overall, I know I haven't sunk as many putts today. I feel good. Like overall, I like the stroke. My issue is that from how we've rebuilt it to where we're at now, I can aim at home when I'm on my like straight putt like this. Like basically my putt at home like this, I feel like I can square up my body to where I want my start line to be. Mm-hmm. Where I struggle on the course is finding that way to still square up my body so that I'm hitting my start line properly. Okay. So I just want to double check today, like, okay, if I'm aimed here and I'm set up here, is where I think I'm aimed and where I'm actually aimed the same thing.
So it's totally in your head. So one thing that we talked about from day one to now, we talked about before when you, like, let's say a year ago when we first did our first lesson, I always talked about how your shoulders were open or they weren't square. I don't care about feet so much anymore. Like it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
It's shoulders. Your shoulders are open, a lot of things can happen. I like nice square shoulders to your intended start line, right? Okay. So everything today, when I look at your putting stroke, I look at 3 things. I look at posture, I look at start line, and I look at shoulder line. Biggest thing for me that I think is for you. Yeah. And everything today has been on point. Only thing we were going to talk about it on 2, but we ran into a group just with tempo and transition. Right?
I'm still like stabby with it a little.
A little bit, you get a little quick, but that's kind of not like what you, obviously that wasn't answering your question a little bit, but everything is great. It's just, you might just be seeing something. When you're at home, you see a straight putt and you get comfortable, you're in your house, you're not in this environment, right? So you might just think that you're seeing something different or you're feeling something different because you're out here. It's a lot different than being at home.
Right.
So everything today that I've seen has been really good.
Okay.
The pulls are still there a little bit.
I know, the left.
A little bit. And then just transition, especially on the lag putts. You don't really, like, if you give yourself a 20-footer, and anything inside 20 feet, your transition, your tempo, your stroke looks really good, in my opinion.
Are the pulls coming from, like, head movement? Like, am I like, so let's say take this putt right now, okay? So where I am aimed in my brain, it's like I'm aimed at this little piece of grass right here.
Yep, that's exactly where you're aimed. Yep.
So I'm basically just gonna roll something straight right at that piece of grass, and then the natural break should do its thing.
So there's no movement on that one. So
that's
it's not coming from head movement. I think it's coming from, like you said, in your mind, when you're at home, you see a straight putt, you feel like your body's all set up for it, everything's good, right? I think it's you thinking that, okay, this is where I'm aimed, or this is where I think I'm aimed, and then you kind of compensate because you're like, I see it, I know what I want to go for,
Right.
but I bet you like, if I was you,
I'm not trusting it.
you're not trusting it, and I bet you're seeing everything a little bit more right than it actually is. Okay? So I think it's more you just got to trust. If you pick your target and you know you're aimed at your target, then there should be no second guessing. You just go with it.
Should be right at that piece of grass.
It is. You're right at it. Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
So I really believe that you've talked about always feeling that you canning. We talked about it about a week ago. Even when you're like, I can't translate it into a tournament. I feel like I can't aim. I feel like I'm hitting good putts, but they're not going in, and you feel uncomfortable. Putting is 100% confidence.
Yeah.
So if you feel like if you're over a putt and you're thinking so many different things, and you step over that putt and you're like, you don't feel good about it, where's your confidence? It's down.
Oh, exactly. And
Right?
that's where I'll say the adjustment we made going back to this,
Yeah.
switching to this grip. Like I feel like now finally I can see down the line and I feel okay. What I want to get back to is kind of like now that I have that swing blueprint,
Yeah.
I want that same putter blueprint so that if I start to feel like I'm going off the rails a little,
Yeah.
I can just be like, hey, this is my stance. Because also too, I'm much more narrow on the stance, which I think helps.
Yeah, I like that. That was one adjustment you made on your own, which is a great adjustment.
So here, and it's like I'm standing a touch open, shoulders are closed.
Yeah.
That feels like right center to me right now.
Yeah, you are. You're right center. You're right. You can't get any better than that.
Then what's that? Because is that leaving the face open?
Yeah, that's leaving the face open.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's where I have to commit to releasing.
Yeah.
Which is also
Because, like, think about it. You went back and forth from a blade to a putter. Release the toe, don't release the toe.
right.
Or blade to a putter. I just said that, didn't I? Blade to a mallet. There you go. I want you to literally walk me through, like what goes through your brain when you're going to make this putt. I want you to kind of like, instead of just thinking it, I want you to say it out loud. Like,
Okay. So when I'm looking at it, right?
yeah.
So first thing is I'm going to assess like just overall break, right?
Okay.
So in my mind, the way I see a putt
Yeah.
is I see it like if they were to play it back on, I see the shot tracer line on.
Yeah.
So I just kind of go, okay, the way this looks to me is it's going to go like, it's going to go here and then die in,
Okay.
right? So I'm seeing that line that I kind of almost just made here,
Yeah.
right? So now I'm just trying to replicate that line.
Okay.
So I know to get it to that line.
Okay. So how did you pick your target? Like what are you aiming at right
So
now?
now that I drew that line,
Yeah.
it's like
Okay.
this grass. So I'm trying to square up to that piece of grass right there.
Okay. So now, where do you think you're actually aiming? Like eye line. Like where do you see it? Like do you see that you're aiming there?
Yes.
Okay, because you are. You're aimed perfectly.
So now it's just pull trigger and go.
Yeah. The reason why I'm asking is I wanted to see, like, so you see this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking at something that's over here, or versus are you looking at
So
something
I
in
would
front?
say I would probably spend the majority of my time probably looking too far forward.
Okay. So, you know,
So maybe
looking
that's
too far forward.
Because I would say yeah. I would
Exactly.
say the difference between that last putt and
Yeah.
what I think I'm probably missing in my routine
Yeah.
is I'm trying to make the putt there
Yeah.
and I'm trying to align myself to that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Which again, as you see, like now it starts going. So maybe that's it. Maybe the whole point is I need to find a way more intermediary target to square up to.
Yeah. So two things. Always picking a target ahead of you, get a couple feet in front, I think is key. Also assessing where that ball is going to start to break. Okay? So now, for me, like if I would have looked at it, or I actually just saw it, it would be something around here. right? So now I need to know, how am I going to get this ball on from where the ball lies
Right.
to where that ball's going to start to break. So you find that high point, then you know where to aim. You don't give, who gives a crap about the hole?
Yeah, just kind of get the hole to get in the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so if I square myself out to that.
See?
So that's it. So I'm trying to square up too far down the line.
Yeah.
That's
because, like, think about it. A putt that hits right center, or left center, sorry, versus to lipping out to the left side. That's probably, what, maybe a quarter of an inch? So, like, that's from what, making a putt to what, not making a putt.
right.
So, like, if you're looking down here, you think you're aimed at where you need to be, but maybe you're not.
Right.
And you've said all this time that you think you're aimed, your eyes see you aiming a little left than you actually are. So it makes sense why you always miss low.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta fix my target.
Yeah. The last 2 weeks, the changes that we've made in the last 2 weeks are exactly what we needed to do. You're exactly where you need to be. Now, obviously, just what we just worked on is now just another piece of the puzzle. Right. Getting you starting the ball where it needs to go and seeing it and being confident. Now it's like you take out all the mechanics
Right.
of it, right? Now you just do it. So yeah, I really like it. I think it's the best I've ever seen you putt.
Right.
And
Which is good.
Yeah.
It's just now like eliminating that doubt, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Chris has to leave. Say bye to the viewers.
Bye guys. It's so sad. I gotta go work.
I always love being able to get a playing lesson on the course. I find that's just, you just learn so many more things about your tendencies that way. I definitely think that point we picked up on the other green, picking a shorter target in front of me, it's definitely something I'm not being aware of, and I think that'll make a big difference moving forward. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. A little shorter vlog today. Got to get back home, get some work in. Also, we got a storm coming, so this is going to be the last of the nice weather for a little bit, but we'll see. Still going to keep grinding. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you on the next one.